What up, wholesale community family? Today, I got my numero uno mentor. I'm going to have him share with you guys his stories, how he started from 0 to now 400 rental units. Well, Mike, welcome onto the show, player.
How are you doing, Khang?
Good. So why don't you tell the viewer first a little background, a little story about how did you kind of all started, man?
So I started in a one-bedroom apartment. I called a rento ad in the newspaper, and the guy on the other line said I sounded like I'd make a better real estate investor than renting to own his house. Told me about real estate clubs in D.C. and Baltimore, and had my first no money down deal in 3 months. But I started in 04 and in 05, 06, 07, just did more and more every year. From a one-bedroom apartment, did a no money down $1 million deal. Met Khang about 9 years into my real estate career.
So, Mike, I mean, can you explain a little bit, man, how is your first no money down deal goes?
Okay, so my first one was a division of proceeds. So that was 13706 Mercersburg Road, Clear Spring, Maryland. And at the time, I was working in a job I was supposed to have a 2-year degree for, even though I didn't. I was competitive, so I was only there a couple months. So, and I bought this house. The guy called me up. And I had offered him, I think, $102,000 for his property. He wanted like 140. Fixed up, it was worth probably $250. And he agreed to take 102 in what's called a division of proceeds agreement. So he signed that. It gave me the option to buy the property. It protected me. Then I gave him $900 a month towards his expenses and fixed up the house. I remember at the time, it took 2 or 3 months, and I left my job 2 weeks before it settled. Luckily, the settlement went through, and it was funny. So the guy who was selling it to me, it came to closing, and it was actually a sheriff who bought it. And the sheriff had arrested the guy 6 months before for back child support. So it was kind of an awkward closing, but did a division of proceeds, put no money down, had about $20,000 in it, $500 credit cards and stuff like that. A little bit of money I saved up from Army. It closed. I still got a picture of a check with a big smile on my face, $106,000 check. Never looked back.
All right, you guys. So let's do a quick Q&A. And Mike, before we get so if you have any questions, drop in the comments, or maybe actually put in your phone number, and I'm going to bring you on a live call so you can get your question answered. But I get this question all the time, Mike. It's like, hey, if I'm starting out, if I have very little to no money, what should I do?
So, I mean, I had very little to no money. I was in a one-bedroom apartment, actually. I went back to the complex, Oak Ridge in Hagerstown, maybe 3 years ago with the county commissioner and the manager there. It's like this 350-unit complex. I'll definitely own it one day. I already have quite a few complexes. And actually, after next week, Khang has it wrong with partnerships on over 800 units after next week. But with real estate, the key is sticking to it and moving forward and taking action. And go to your local RIA if you have no money to do real estate. I think 6 of my first 7 deals were no money down. Creative division of proceeds, subject to the existing mortgage, owner financing. And then I think probably about a dozen of my first 17 deals were creative. And during the time, I went to people to raise money. I mean, I didn't know anybody at first, and I didn't work with banks my first 4 years. I probably did 60 real estate deals before I ended up working with banks, including my first $1 million deal. And, March makes 18 years, and if you stick with anything, it grows.
Boom. Okay, so I'm going to put someone on right now. So if you have any questions, just comment in your phone number, and I'm going to bring you on a live call. It's going to be way better.
Hello?
Hello. What up, bro? What's your name?
King Kong, what's up? Hello, my name is Francisco.
Francisco, dude.
Francisco,
Francisco, what is the catchphrase?
He's a great guy.
Let's go get
This morning, let's go, player. Hey, Francisco, I'm sitting here with my mentor who started from a 1-bedroom apartment to now over 400 rental units, man. What is your question, and how can we help? Here.
My question is how to find the I know you said to look up the tax assessor, but what do you mean when you say look up the tax assessor?
Okay, so what happens is every year there's people that are delinquent in their taxes. So you want to call a tax assessment office and you want to ask for a delinquent tax list. Now it gets updated throughout the year, And what's always on record are tax liens that are sold because some of these people aren't going to redeem. And that means the people have more motivation to sell. And you can, if you approach those type of liens, they're motivated sellers, and you'll find more than not, you can make it a win-win where it makes a lot of sense for them. It makes a lot of sense for you. When I was in my one-bedroom apartment, a farmer called me up, wanted $1 million for his farm. You would think a kid with, $50,000 in the bank. It was after my first deal, and I had a little intercession there. Wouldn't, and I put some money on down payments on other deals. But not with banks, just owner financing and stuff, and put money into them. So this farmer called me up, wanted $1 million for his farm. I agreed to pay $600. Did a no money down deal where I could subdivide it, sell any or all of the lots towards the purchase price. The rest would move into a 5% mortgage held by the farmer. Now, this deal was awesome because when the market dropped, I had netted $1 million in equity. It took 17 months, and I thought it would take $30,000 in 3 months. It took like $70,000 in 17 months. I'm convinced I got denied because I looked 10 years old. I was like 22 with a baby face. And we went to zoning appeals. We went to court for it. And the surveyor explained 3 similar situations and said, so if I take an aspirin one day and it works for like Mr. Robinson, and the second day, third day, why isn't it working for Mr. Fitzgerald? I got the subdivision. I netted $1 million in equity. The market fell. I did my first loan actually 2 years before I'd worked with other banks, a stated income loan. Sold all the properties as they were dropping and paid all $400,000 in losses, kept that house even when it went underwater, kept moving forward, never short saled anything. And a year later, started working with banks. By the time I was 27, I was up to 150 rental units from the time I was 20. So if you stick with anything, even if you start out with nothing, you're going to succeed.
Boom. Hey, Francisco, does that answer your question?
Yes, sir, it does.
Okay, thank you so much, bro. Thanks for the love and support.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
You too, bro.
I think I might be too explanative.
Yeah.
I'll give shorter answers.
Okay. Yes. Hold on.
Khang usually asks a question, then asks like preceding questions and stuff. So I feel like I need to be really detailed.
Okay.
Khang's also
yes,
seasoned.
please.
He
Yes.
does really
please.
good on wholesaling. He does do
Please.
several $100,000 a month. I see.
Hold on.
He's really good.
Hold on. So let's bring someone else on the phone. So if you have any questions, the best thing to do is put in your phone number, and I'm going to bring you on live so you can get your question answered. Let's see who we got here. Okay. Francisco brought a lot of energy. I like you, bro.
No way.
Yes way. Hey, what's your name, bro? Come on, man. Shit. So what's your name, bro?
What's going on? I have a quick question.
Yeah. Hey, bro. First of all, what's your name?
My name's Nathaniel. I'm from Maryland myself.
Oh, you're from Maryland. Okay.
Where are you at in Maryland?
Quick question. So I'm trying to look for.
Okay, dude. Okay, bro. You got to speak louder, dude. Cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been wholesaling for 11 months now. 4 of my previous deals fell through, but I'm still here. I'm trying. I'm trying to go to pull a list of public records. But I'm trying to see like how should I phrase it to ask them, to get the best records that no one's not many people have been after. Like how should I approach them, and like what do I search for like
where are you trying to pull records at? Number one, like the county assessor.
Wherever the best, I guess. Yeah.
So your question isn't really what records to pull. Your question starts at where to pull records. So if you want like local foreclosures and you got to check your different state laws and stuff. And if you want tax liens, it's county assessor. If you want you can get deaths and things from a courthouse. But the easiest way to do it is to go online and get a service like PropStream or to buy the leads online, from US List Source or a source provider. And then a lot of mail houses like Go Big Printing are very well priced. And how much mail are you looking to send out? Like, are you looking for a couple hundred leads? I go to the courthouse or the assessor. You're looking for a couple thousand leads? I go to an online source.
Okay, yeah, I was looking for. Because I've been doing PropStream. I've been pulling my list from PropStream. I've been driving for dollars and everything, but I'm trying to, go ahead and go pull it physically, go to the county record and go pull it, because that's basically the one thing I haven't done yet. I want to go do that, but I'm just trying to, find a way like how to phrase my words in order, to ask them like the right way. If
you're going to the courthouse, here's how you frame it. Can I get a list of pre-foreclosure leads or pre-foreclosure list? Can I get a tax sale list? Can I get a divorce list, a bankruptcy list? And what I would do if I were you, let me teach you a little trick. Go to a title company and ask who they're using for title searches. And the guys doing the title searches charge like $100 a search. You can give them like $100, $200, $300, and they'll just send you the list as they come in every month. You know what that's worth? Being ahead of every other investor for paying $300 a month, having the leads before them, having them consistently, and probably a couple $100,000 a year. Nobody's allowed to do business in my area of Maryland.
And what
I also do New Orleans, Oklahoma, West Virginia, PA.
Now, Mike, what kind of list can they get with the title company?
So it's not with the title company. So what they're asking for is who does their title search.
Yep.
Or they can just call a courthouse and ask like if they have a title searcher. Every courthouse secretary or whoever's in front is going to know who a title searcher is. That title searcher is doing title searches, so he's in the courthouse records anyway. So generally what you ask them is, can you pull a bankruptcy list? Can you pull a divorce list? Can you pull a pre-foreclosure list, a foreclosure list, a lawsuit list, a death list? You go to the people that work at the courthouse, you pay them a set fee, like $200 or $300 a month consistently, do like a year contract with them. They'll just send you the leads as soon as they come in, make it to where you get them like twice a month. You'll beat everybody else out. You won't have to do a lot of work. The money you pay, you'll make 100-fold.
Does that answer your question, bro?
If you only make it 100-fold if you actually take action and do the steps. Let me rephrase that. Most people don't do anything. That's the problem.
Did that answer your question, dude?
Completely, man. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time, bro.
One more quick question.
No. Just one question, bro. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Later, bro. Because we got to move on, man. I mean, I definitely want to give everybody an opportunity so they can jump on and get their question answered.
12 years ago, I bought the last home my parents lost to foreclosure 20 years ago. I grew up with nothing. I'm self-made. I served on an executive committee for an economic development commission in Maryland. I got appointed to go to the Global Infrastructure Conference in Korea. When I started, I knew nobody. I had no connections. I met the head of a MMA Gold team, a UFC team at the airport, and made friends with like 20 fighters and went backstage at the Apex. I've met a lot of wealthy people just from going around talking to people and networking. But I started with nothing. Grateful. I have a beautiful home. I've done quite well. And I don't coach people. I've coached 3 people and they're all super successful, but I just do too much real estate. But I love what Khang does. I can verify his numbers. He is doing a couple $100,000 a month wholesaling, and he's a good guy. He has a good heart.
I appreciate it. Okay, let's bring someone else on the phone. So if you guys have any question, the best thing to do is pop in your phone number in the comment, and I'll just bring you on live so you can ask your questions. Wait, you can't turn that way.
I'm not. Okay.
What's going on, guys?
Because Lon doesn't know on camera.
Here.
What up, bro?
How's it going?
Good, man. So what's your name?
My name is Ivan.
Ivan, dude, what is the catchphrase?
Let's go get this money.
Hell yeah, because no money, no honey, baby. Ivan, dude, what is your question?
Yeah, Khang. Well, basically, I was just gonna ask, when getting a property under contract, do you usually sell it? Do you usually open escrow, or do you find a buyer first and then open escrow?
Okay, look, you want to protect yourself. So a lot of times, like me now, I'll have a notary in my office. When you protect it, so you want to get it in escrow because you don't want anybody to be able to take the deal. Legally, when someone signs a contract, and I tell them up front, look, you're making a decision to sell a house. That's your decision. I want you to do what's going to make the most sense for you. And you got to think about how it's a win for you. And we got to make it make sense to us. But once you decide to sell it, you're deciding to sell it. I expect you to do what you say you're going to do. And, just having that pre-talk and then putting it in escrow, if somebody tries to steal the contract or anything like that, just an attorney letter will save the deal. And, I'm very upfront with everybody. I was telling Khang the other day that there's this guy once that jogged up the stairs when I was still going out the houses. Now I got a lot of guys that do it, and I come in and help negotiate and stuff. And this guy was 91. He built his house for $6,700, and he jogged up the stairs. I asked him why he was selling. He was marrying, it was 1344 Salem Avenue in Hagerstown. He was marrying a 78-year-old woman he met in a church parking lot, passing out flyers. Like, so cool, right? So I offered to go get the guy's shoes upstairs. He jogs up the stairs. He said his secret was drinking a pint of honey a month. He built his house for $6,700. I went through. I said, "Look, you got to win." He's like, "What do you think? You can pay $42,000 for it?" I said, "No, but I can pay $67,000." And he was pretty surprised. And I still made 50 grand flipping it, but I'm always fair with people. But once it goes under contract, it's sold to me, and I don't like wasting my time. So I, put it in escrow and protect yourself.
All right.
Does that answer your question, dude?
Just because you put it in escrow, you're not spending any money. You can tell the title company, look, don't do a title search on this. Hold off. I want to make sure I can sell it. But you should only be putting it under contract if you expect the seller to do a deal on it. The other thing is, 99.8% of what we put under contract we actually buy. It was really hard at first because you're thinking about how to buy the deal, and it's you're like the first 3 months I couldn't find a deal, and I got to tell you, it's sticking with it. The first year did a couple deals, the next year a couple more, but next year a couple more. 4 years in, it got up to like 20-25. Before I knew it, where it was hard to pick up 3 deals a year, it became easy to pick up 100 deals a year. The point is, you always want to learn along the way, and keep moving forward. You'll find if you stick with real estate, you'll win a lot more than you lose. And if you have a bad flip, turn it into a rental. It's going to pay itself down. I've got one here in Hagerstown in the market. It's one of the ones I kept in 2007, and it was subject to at the time. I didn't even control the mortgage, and I owed like 144 on it, and it went down to like 50 grand. I kept it. It's one of the few I didn't sell at the time. I looked at it the other day. I owe like 38,000 on it after like 13 years on a 20-year mortgage, and it's worth like 140 again. So I can pull 50,000 out. So the point is, stick with it. Also, never be afraid of any deal. It really, when I was in a 1-bedroom apartment, I wasn't afraid of $1 million no money down deal. When I hadn't done a place bigger than 4,000 square feet, I wasn't afraid of a 50,000 square foot building. And of course, I was smart about it. It's all numbers, right? If you buy it right, you're not going to fail. The money's going to come to you. It's numbers. It's just about the right numbers. Now we have 3 office buildings. I had a small grant from the city for $150,000. I don't post this stuff, but this was front page news. Then I had another deal I put together, a $250 from the city, and like 400 something from the state and feds combined for historical tax credits, dollar for dollar match, which is like cash. So I put together $650. Now I'm getting a city catalyst project, and I'm putting it together to make it work. It would be a negative project, and it's going to be a big change for the city. It helps them a lot more than it helps me. But it's amazing. Next to University of Maryland, it's a dream project. In the state, city, and feds, I'm going to get over $6 million. So if you stick with anything, even if you come from nothing, don't go to college, you can do anything you set your mind to. I never did really that good in school, but in life, I've met a lot of high level people. I don't post a lot of as many pictures. I have some with the governor and stuff, but I've met high level people overseas. I've met, a deal came to me from some guys in the mastermind recently for 433 units. A couple people said it wasn't a deal because it was bringing in $195,000 a month, and they were paying $16 million. They talked me into going out there and looked at it. I realized it was at 40% of rent and value. So we put together $35 million in real estate for $16 million. And I have 3 partners on that deal, but that closes on the 7th. I had never got a loan that size before. And I put it together and it happened. So what I'm trying to say is, in real estate, and I'd do 2 separate high level deals there. The one with the state and feds, that's a 46 unit luxury condo project. Then the 433 units and 156 single families in Ohio. The point of the matter is, if you put your mind to it and you have a good deal, the number, somebody's going to see it. They're going to do that deal with you. Now, on your level of experience, you may keep some of a deal. You may keep it doesn't really matter. Get the experience. It's what I'm saying is, don't be afraid. Do your first deal, and you'll be surprised what comes down the road.
Bro, does that help answer your question?
Yeah, pretty much, Khang.
All right.
All right, Khang. I appreciate that information, and you should do a lot more live with your mentor. I'm still trying to process everything, but
sure.
Sorry,
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the love and support, dude.
Yeah, Khang. All right.
Yep. Later, bro.
Yeah, later, man.
Guys, I went from
Okay.
the picture on the newspaper behind Khang is me and the governor of Maryland touring him around downtown. When I started, I had inspectors pick on me in this street. If you stick with anything, you can like really get somewhere and really make life happen. It's all about sticking with it, having a dream, and putting it together, making it make sense. Don't force a deal. It's all numbers.
So if you have any question, pop in your phone number. We got about maybe 10 more minutes, and we're going to wrap this up.
Guys, I'm liking this. I'll do this for 20 more minutes. I never do this stuff. I never put myself out here like this. It's kind of fun.
Hello?
Hi, Khang.
Hello. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, guys.
And what's your name?
Andrea.
Andreas. What's the catchphrase?
Let's go
Get this money. Andreas, I'm here with my mentor. What is your question?
Yes. So I have a question. It's when you tell the seller that you bring the information back to your management team or your finance team. What if they want to speak with them? I've had a couple of times where they would, they want to go to someone that's the higher power and they want to negotiate with them and not me. And I'm the only one doing this.
Look, you're wording it a little wrong. I used to do the same thing when I'd ask people questions at the RIA. What you want to say is, let me get back to my senior associates. I'm going to get you the best offer I can. Then you can ask someone at the RIA advice. You want to word it that way because you're fighting for them. And you are. You want to get them a good deal and you want to have a good deal. So just believe in yourself and just confidently say, look, I'm going to take these numbers back to my senior associates. I'm going to get you the best offer I can. What's going to be a win for you? You'll find out people negotiate themselves.
Oh, okay. Yes, I never really knew how to get out of that one.
So did that answer your questions?
Yeah, that did.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
Not a problem. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey guys, so like you don't see like this home I'm in. I started out in a 1-bedroom apartment. I never dreamed of living in a home like I'm in right now. I never, dreamed of what I could do for the family, of what I could do for the community. And it's sticking with anything and having a dream and then envisioning it, saying, your determination, doing it no matter what, you'll find that you can build anything. You can do anything. I'm a big believer in anything's possible. When I needed to get a $16 million loan recently, I hadn't done a deal that big. I went out, I approached a bunch of people that came. So if you go out there and you get a deal for $100,000 worth 180 and you got to put 10,000 in it, there's somebody that's going to put the money up. You can, stick with it, spend, treat yourself well, but just be wise, live below your means, and it can be a great life.
All right. So let's bring someone else on. So if you have any questions, pop in your phone number in the comment, and then I'll bring you on a live call. And if you enjoy this live streams, the Q&A, please show your boy King Khang and my mentor some love. Boom! Smash that thumbs up. What?
Guys, I put my Instagram on here. It's Mike, the number 2, the Fitz. Mike 2, the Fitz, Fitz. I don't put that much out there on social media, but Khang's encouraging me to put more.
You could pancake.
Khang, we should have done this in a prettier room.
Well, we'll
do one in there.
I don't know. We already gone live this week.
We'll go. Hey guys, if you want to see a special interview from
what up, bro? Happy Wednesday.
Smash those like buttons and request it, and I'll do a special interview.
Hello.
where I talk
So
about
what's your
some of
name,
my
bro?
biggest multi-million-dollar projects.
James.
Well, what's your name?
James.
James. What's the catchphrase, James?
Let's go get this money.
Love it, dude. Hey, man. What's your question?
Yeah, my question is, I came across the property that their parents passed away. They were gonna just let it go. I believe I'm in California, so I believe it needs to go through probate before I can get it under contract. But I've been talking to one of the siblings, and he's willing to work with me. I got a hold of a probate attorney, but it seems like they're sort of dragging their feet. Is there any way that, or paper that I can get signed so I can get things moving faster?
Okay, man. Look, let me tell you, if it's going to go in front of an attorney, you say, by all means, take it to your attorney. I want to explain it to you. I want to explain it right. But it's going in front of an attorney because you didn't explain the contract like smooth enough or detailed enough. I maybe have one out of every couple hundred deals I've done go in front of an attorney because I talk to him. But then when it does, I say, let me talk to the attorney. I call an attorney up, look, I understand any changes you want to make. Point blank, I just want to get this done for him. Here's what I'm buying it for. What do you need me to do? You probably don't want to hire an attorney yourself unless the attorney starts getting complicated. But usually just a phone call, like the 2 or 3 times I've had to deal with this, a phone call directly to the attorney. They feel super smart telling you what to do. They get to change a contract, make money for adding, value, and the deal closes. Actually, we did have one about 6 months ago, and I just called the attorney up directly. It was an estate attorney. I said, hey, what's going on? I understand there's some change you went to the contract. Just want to let you know I'm closing. Here's what I'm buying it for. Whatever changes you want, I'm fine with. And then he called me like 5 or 6 times, one to go to lunch with me and one to refer me more deals.
Bro,
so it's not such a bad thing.
Did that answer your question?
Somewhat, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Jazzy,
No problem. Thank you so much. Have a good one, bro.
Like and ask Khang. This is one of very few YouTube videos. I've been doing this since I've been 20. I'm 37. I've done this less than like 5 times for people, if bad. I did have a TV show for one time, but I gave it up myself even when Bravo wanted to follow me around. I like making money doing deals. Deals are a beautiful thing. I bought an office building earlier this year that the value is like 2.4 with a parking garage, 1.1. And I'm filling it. There's so many good things with deals. But I do enjoy doing it with Khang. So we'll do a special tomorrow. I'm going to advise Khang on that.
We got too much stuff going on tomorrow. Hello? What's going on, bro? What's your name? Andres, dude, what is your question?
So the question is, so I'm actually currently about to buy a wholesale deal. And
I don't sell anything, buddy. So it's
I'm
not
not going to do an inspection or anything like that.
I have a lot of wealth. I do
So
well.
once I buy the
I just
deal,
talk Khang, and Khang does really good wholesaling. Anybody that does what he
with
does,
my own cash,
do what he
can
does.
I go ahead and
he really
just
does
sell
a couple
that
$100,000
deal
a month.
to somebody else once I buy it? And also, how do I avoid paying taxes once I sell it with my own money?
I'm sorry, bro, but could you say that one more time, dude?
Yeah, so I'm buying a wholesale deal, right?
Pretty good.
And I want to sell it to somebody else. Like I have someone else who wants to buy that deal, but I'm going to go ahead and buy with my own money first. So when I do the 1031 exchange, how exactly does that work?
Bro, hold up a second. How many deals have you done, and why are you doing a 10? I've done some 1031 exchanges, but let's get to the bottom of this. Why are you doing a 1031 exchange? How many deals are you done? How much is the profit you're exchanging?
So I guess that's really my question. Like, I'm only going to be making like a $10,000 profit.
Bro, you doing a 1031 exchange on this, 0 cents. You're going to pay more for the exchange than you will in taxes. Let me tell you how to do this, okay?
Yeah.
You're going to resell it, and there's going to be a second set of closing costs, right?
Yes.
No, there's not. What you need to do is put it in what I call a shelf LLC, okay? Then you're going to sell the LLC, and as part of selling the LLC, you're going to have them reimburse your closing cost. So how much is the property you're buying?
It's $150.
Okay, so they're going to reimburse your closing cost of $150. So now instead of making 10 grand netting 7 or making 12 grand netting 10, you're going to be making you're going to be getting your money back netting 10. Or if you thought you'd be losing a couple thousand to closing costs, you're going to be getting that back. So regardless, I just made you 3 more thousand. It cost a lot of headache to go away. Start an LLC. You can go right down to your state office in your local state. In Maryland, it's in Baltimore. Or do it online. It takes 5 days. Put in an LLC. Sell the LLC. Part of the agreement is he has to pay back your closing costs and the insurance transfers. So you don't have to get insurance. So you should get that reimbursed too. Boom. When the market was really bad in 2008, 2009, 2010, and banks wouldn't let you wholesale, I was getting going down to Baltimore, getting 10 shelf LLCs and putting properties in. Boom, 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 boom.
You said shelf LLC?
Yeah. So in other words, it's just like a wholesale. Made the money right after closing. What a shelf LLC is, and you got to check your laws in your own states, okay? And
I'm in PA.
Yeah. So I think you're fine. All you're doing is you're just getting an LLC at the state, whatever $300, $350 fee is, and you're selling to LLC instead of the property, but because the LLC
Oh,
owns the
okay.
property, the
Oh, wow,
property
okay.
goes with the LLC. That was
Oh, that's
big when the market crashed
Wow, I've never heard
because it
anyone
was
talk about
banks
that.
some banks were just like
Cool, man.
offloading
Thanks
properties.
so much.
So if you did it in LLCs, you could just wholesale them, like
Okay,
and save money. So you just
Okay.
made another $3,000 for free.
Bro, did that answer your question?
Actually, yeah, that was amazing. I've never heard anyone talk about that. That's really cool.
Awesome, man. Glad it did.
I've heard deals that are like new in advance.
Thanks,
that
bro.
I did that I did a same deal under a different flag 15 years ago. I mean, I've been doing this a while.
So, let me see here. All right. If you have any questions, oh wait, I think we're done.
Guys, no, hold up. We're gonna do this tomorrow. We're gonna crush it, guys. If you think that was good advice, I'll tell you how to crush it in a good market, in a bad market, in any market. And I know some people won't actually do it, but if you actually do it, you'll crush it. I've coached 3 people, and I don't coach people because it doesn't pay enough. But I've coached 3 people, and like 2 of them are making a couple $100,000 a month. Calling another one's killing it too. So, if you just stick with anything you do, there's nothing special about me.
Yeah, it's just an appetizer. It's just an appetizer.
Mike to the Fits on IG. That's on Instagram. Mike to the Fits.
All right, you guys go ahead and follow him on Instagram.
EF47. More than I can count. Right now, I have about 15 mainly for holding. Still have some shelf LLCs. I've done over 2,000 real estate transactions. I got a reference that's a title company that's done over 700 closings with me. My references are bank presidents, guys that started out loaning me $50,000 and now loan me $1 million plus. That have lent to me over a decade. I do what I say I'm going to do. If I take a hit, I take it myself. Pay my investors. Always do the right thing. The governor gave me an award from him in the state of Maryland for high integrity and a lot of state recognition, stuff like that. I've got 20 front page newspaper articles I've ever posted. Tomorrow doing a YouTube live might be the only one I do in a decade. I actually say no to podcast all the time. I've been on like Steve Tranks and a few other guys, but for everyone I go on, I say I don't have time to 20.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for everyone that's able to come to this live stream. I hope this live does add a lot of value to you. Once again, if you have any questions, just comment down below. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Wholesale to Million family. Be sure to smash that subscribe button. There's just a lot. No. All right, Mike, what are some last words that you want to wrap this up, man?
So guys, always remain humble. One thing I tell people, because I tend to talk about the business a lot, but it's just because like I used to get bags of clothes on the porch, presents from churches, and I feel really like proud of what I've done. But the other reason is I tell everybody, look, if I don't tell you what I do, I don't know what we can do together and what you can do with me. But stay humble, stay motivated, dream it. If you dream it, you're gonna achieve it, and that's real. I mean, I bought a home my parents lost when I was younger, and they live in it. I come from nothing, and now it's really good. I've thought about retiring, but I want to do a lot for the city. I love creating deals. I get a reputation among big real estate guys, in like the Collective Genius Mastermind and other places to be able to understand intricate deals and put them together. It's because I think things 1,000 times through. But guys, anybody can do real estate. I didn't do good in school. It's the trick really is sticking with it. Writing down what you're going to do, not thinking about it, just doing it. Taking action plus action, massive action. You're going to do great in life. Thank you, guys. Let's go get that money.
Boom. Thanks a lot, you guys. That's really good, Mike.
Thank you.